Hello everyone, this is Uketele Nomvalo from Johannesburg, Midrand. I'm studying through EUNI. I would like to thank Mr. Hamish for helping us so much. We have actually got 90 to 100% on that. Thank you so much, Mr. Hamish. Siyabonga.
Okay, so my name is Hamish, but sometimes other people they call me Hosong Morena Fele. Hosong means peace upon you, peace upon you. Hosong means peace upon you. Morena means a king, so peace upon you, king. And Fele is somebody who make decision based on some consciousness. Okay, so Hosong Morena Fele, or if you Zulu or Xhosa, you can call me Mlungisi. Mlungisi is somebody who is, if things go wrong, and keep them right. Okay. So you call me Lungis, or if you think all them are right, all them are hard for you to pronounce, you can call me Hamish, okay? Or Mtwana wa Mantu. Let's get started. Without no wasting time, let's get started. So let's say simplify the following expression as far as possible. So this exponential, let me explain to you quick what does exponential mean. Like if somebody give, let's say this is x, y, and then you multiply that. When you say dot means multiplication in mathematics. So multiply by another x, let's say this is n. So you see these are base. You see this number here, these are base. And these are power, or we can call them exponential. So when these bases are the same, you see, and there's a multiplication here, what we do, you don't have to write, see, x power y times, dot meaning times x power n. So can't you see the bases are the same? Yes, it's the same. So if the bases are the same, you don't, and there is a multiplication. If there is the same base and there's multiplication between, what you do, you don't have to write two of the x's, write only a single x. And then what you do, you add this, say y plus m, means plus them. Only if they same base and there's multiplication. For example, if somebody gives you, let's say 2 power x multiplied by 4. So you see this is 4. 4 is 2 power 2. Take your calculator and plug 2 power 2, you see equal to 4. So this is equal to 2x. Go to your calculator, 4 meaning 2 power 2. 2 power 2 is like 2 times 2. So you see now bases are the same. So if bases are the same, and there's a multiplication, I'm only going to write 1 and then add the power. So it's going to be x plus 2. Can you see that? Okay, somebody give, let's say 3x multiplied by 27. So I can go the same approach. See, this is 3 power x. But then I have to break this 27 into 3 power what to get 27. You see what I'm saying? So 27, 3 power 3. So this is 3 power x. But 27 is like 3 power 3. If you take 3 power 3 equals 27. What is 3 power 3? 3 power 3 means 3 times 3 times 3 equals 27. So now, you see, no, don't say 3 times 3. No, 3 power means this is small number. So 3 power 3 is like 3 multiplied by same thing 3 times. That's why 3 power 3. So 3 power 3 equals 27. So now, you see bases are the same? If bases are the same, we're only going to write only single base and then add this exponent, this power. So it's going to be x plus 3. You know why we do that? Because the bases are the same. So this exponential rule. I'll show another rule quick. Okay. Another rule of exponential. So this first rule is like when bases are the same and there's a multiplication, what we do, we add the power. So now, what about division? Division, what you do, you minus the power, but take a top power minus the bottom power. For example, somebody give, let's say this is x power 2 over x power 3. Or let's say this is 12. So can't you see this is the x and this x base are the same, but there's a division? Oh, so what I'm going to do, this law apply only when base are the same. So I'm going to write only a single x, and then what you do, take the top power minus the bottom exponential is 12 minus the bottom one is 3. So this is, let me say x 12 minus 3 equals to 9. Why do we minus? Because it's the same base, but there's a multiplication. Oh, so if the same base, then this multiplication means I'm going to write only if the same base. I'm going to write one base, and then you take the top power minus the bottom power. You know what I'm saying? So we got that one. Okay, if somebody say, let's say a, okay, let's say this is x. Oh man, okay, so let's say a power 7 minus a power negative 2. So you see, bases are the same. So if these bases are the same, I'm going to write only one base and take the top power, which is 7, and then we minus. But what is the bottom? The bottom is minus 2. So this is what you do. Take the top minus the bottom. But what is the bottom? Our bottom is also negative 2. So it's like, okay, so negative plus. So it's like 7 plus 2 equals to 9. You can plug in the calculator. One more. let's say 3, okay. No. Okay, let's say x, that's the last one, minus 3 over x minus 2. Base are the same, so base are the same, you see, I'll write only x, and then take it top power, but it's top power, minus 3. And then minus, always must minus, because it's division. Minus this, so minus what? Negative 2. So this is in x, negative 3, minus plus 2. So this is say x, negative 1. You see what I'm saying? Now I'm going to show you something called reciprocation. So that's the second rule of exponential. So I'll show you now how to reciprocate, which is the next rule, okay? Now I'll show you, okay? And then we go to the question and you see how, even here we're going to do the same approach. And then you're going to see how easy it is. Reciprocation. We'll go quick a little bit. Reciprocation. Okay, if somebody give you, let's say x power negative 3. So let me ask something. If you have a pen, how many pen is this? Is 1. If somebody say, okay, pen is 1. So you don't have to say 1 pen, but it's 1. So when you say x power negative 3, means which number is here? Means there's a 1 number. If there's no number, means when you say orange, means 1 orange, means there's a 1 here. So what we're going to do, whenever you do your calculation, at the end of the day, you don't leave your final answer like that. Okay? You're going to have to do something about it. What is the something about it you're going to do? So, only when this power is negative, then you have to reciprocate. This you call reciprocation. Reciprocate. Or you can say reciprocation. So, what we're going to do? Leave your 1 there, exactly where it is, and then take everything like this, everything in the power, to the bottom. So, you write 3, negative 3. So, the only thing you change, you see, is negative. When you take it to the bottom, when you reciprocate, instead of being negative, it's going to be positive. So this negative is going to become what? Positive. You see it's negative. Now it's like a positive. 2 more. Somebody give us say 3 or 4. It's a negative 6. Okay, so we can reciprocate that one. So how are we going to do? So which number is before this? You see, sometimes you can cycle this thing for you, remember. So these are numbers. So number has nothing to do with the reciprocation. You only reciprocate something with the power. So number, don't worry about it. But those letters, those are the one you reciprocate, the one with the power. So 3 and 4 is just 3 and 4. So this has to go to the bottom. It has to become here. So this going to be x. You see this negative 6, but when it comes, it's going to be positive 6. So you have already reciprocate. So to reciprocate means whatever you do, you don't want to leave your answer negative power. You must put in positive. But how are you going to put in positive? You must reciprocate. One more. X negative 2. So which number is here? Okay, let's say they say negative x. Excuse me, sorry. Negative x, negative 1. So now, which number is here before? Because this is what we're going to be reciprocate. This stuff here. This. So which number is before that? Oh, it's negative. But when you say negative, it's like a negative 1. Because there's no number, means it's 1. So negative 1, and then we take everything to the bottom. So you take everything to the bottom, this is going to become x. It's negative, right? So it's going to become positive 1. So it's like 1 over x. So this is going to say negative 1 over x power 1 equal to x. So that's how you reciprocate. You know what I'm saying? So that's another rule of exponential reciprocation. Okay? Just a little thing quick. Another thing. And then all this question we can do it quick. So that's a reciprocation. So now we know when you divide, only if the base are the same, we only write one base and then we subtract. We take the top minus the bottom. Okay, now another rule. Somebody give, let's say, x a times b. Oh, so you know what we're going to do? See, this is power, this power. So write only x and then multiply this to what we multiply, because remember there's a bracket and whatever is outside, what you do, multiply those two things. So this x, a times b is a, b. Okay, somebody give you 2x times y. So this time we say 2, multiply this. This is x, y. Okay, let's go to the question now. I think we can do that question now. You see? And also you have learned a lot. Okay, so now we have a 3, 2, a square, b 3 square times 3, A square B cube A cube B. Okay, so what we're going to do first from the BODMAS. We have a rule in mathematics like this one. This is called BODMAS. Let me write it. BODMAS. Always you start with the bracket. Before you do anything, you look at your number. You see all this? Before you start here, there, whatever, you must start with opening the bracket. So this B means bracket, D means division, M means multiplication, A means addition, and S means what? Subtraction. So you have to go with the order. You don't do how you want. See what I'm saying? So now I must open this bracket first. Oh, so we must start with the bracket. Do I have a bracket? Yes, we do have. Let's deal with it. So we open this bracket. So I have my 3's outside. Now we go 2. See this one? With the first one means 2 power 2. It's like 2 power 2 times. Now we go A e power 2 times 2. It's like A 2 times 2. 2 times 2 equal to 4. So it's like say A power 4. Now we compare. This is going to be B. 3 times 2 equal to 6. It's like 2 power 2. A 2 times 2 equal to A power 4. B 3 6. Okay. Now we go multiply by 3. Okay, by 3. A cube B power square. So you see now, you still have another bracket, which is this. You must open this bracket. So 2 power 2 equal to 4. So before we open, you say this is 2 power 2 equal to 4. A power 4, B power 6, and this times by 3. A cube B power square. So what we're going to do, let's open the bracket quick, okay? Let's open it. So 3 times 4, this is a number you only multiply by number. Number with a number, number with a number. Don't mix number with the letter, okay? But you go step by step. So we still have a bracket. 3 times 4 equal 12. So don't worry about this. It's just a number with a number. And then you write our A power 4. Gives us 6 times 3A cube B square. So now we go for the same rule we did it previous, just now. Okay, so this is a number. And there's multiplication with a number. So 12 times 3 equal to 36. Now we go for like 10. You see this? This is a like 10. This and this is the like 10. Can you see? How do I know the base are the same? So we say when the base are the same and there's the multiplication, so we don't write the two base. Look, A power 4 times A power 3. Oh, so I don't have to write A again. I can just write only single base because base are the same. Now I go, because base are the same, I only write 1 and then we add the power. What we add because there's multiplication. 4 plus 3 equal to 7. Now we go for B. This is B power 6 and this is B power 2. So base are the same. We don't have to write two base. I write only single base, and because there's a multiplication, so I can add the power. 6 plus 2 equal to 8. So this is going to be our final answer for this question. You see what I'm saying? So 36 A power 7 and then B power 8. Okay. Now let's go to question number 4. So I'm going to raise this to make a space. So let's say simplify the following expression as far as possible. So we have to simplify the expression as far as possible. So what we're going to do, this is easy, man. So the best way, there's a lot of ways you can do. Look, this 16, if you square root 16, look, you can separate if you want to say square root of 16. Let's put separate this square for each one. And then you can say square root of 36, x power 36, and then square root of y power 6 is acceptable. If you put this in the calculator, square root of 16, you get 4. Multiply. This 36, well, when you square it, is going to be x power 18. Means divide by 2 because this is 2, 18. And the same thing is going to be y power 8 because when you square this, you get 8. When you square this, you get a half of this. Half of this. You know what I'm saying? So finally, this is going to give us x 4x power 18 and then y power 8. Okay, so we're done with this question. We'll go to the next question, question number 6. Sorry guys, just sit calm, make a space here. Okay, the following equation, solve the following equation. Come on guys, this is easy. You know why I say this is easy? So you always group the like term. which one look alike? This and this look alike. In which way? This has an x and this has an x. So take those together. And this one does not have an x, it must go separate. You see what I'm saying? So it's like somebody give you, let's say, 2y minus 6 equal to y. So the like terms you must put in the same side. I mean, this is 2y. This y come back here. So this is y. But when it goes over equal sign, you see this is plus. When there's no sign, it means plus. So when you go over equal sign, if it's plus, become minus. If it's minus, become plus. But for this case, it's plus. So when it goes over, it's going to become minus y. Now, this is negative 6. So it goes over. So negative 6 is when it goes over, it's going to become positive 6. To y minus y equal to 6. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to do the same thing here. Okay? And why we cycle like this? Because any number, the sign of any number is on the left. The sign of any number is on the left. So even this, the sign is positive. If there's no sign, it means it's not positive. But it wasn't a big deal. That's what we didn't waste a lot of time with. So this is 2 over 5x, and this is x over 5. Means which number is here? The numbers here, there's no number, means is 1. 1x over 5. Put them together. Okay? So now we're going to say this is 2x over 5. See, this is positive because there's no sign, means positive. Take it over equal sign is going to change the sign from positive to negative. So it's going to become minus x over 5. And then we over equal. You see this? This must go after equal sign because this is not something like with these two. So it's going to go over. So it's negative x. It's going to become positive x because it jumped over equal sign. So these are like 10. When it's like 10 you deal with, means you can subtract them. Okay? But if you just, let's say, 2 over 5x minus 1 over 5y, there's nothing you can do here because this is x, this is y. So you don't have to do anything. But for this case, these are like 10. Okay? So you can put them together. It's like 2 over 5 minus 1 over 5. You see? And both of them have an x. So 2 over 5 minus 1 over 5, look. You're going to give, you can plug in the calculator, say 2 over 5 minus 1 over 5. Plug in the calculator, and this is going to give us 1 over 5. Okay? You know? So this is going to be 1 over 5. How am I going to put this? How am I going to plug x in the calculator? Don't plug x. I'm going to take 2 over 5 minus 1 over 5. You know why we don't plug there? You don't have to plug. You know what I'm saying? It's like terms, x and x. So 2 over 5 minus 1 over 5 equal to 1 over 5. But both of them, they have an x equal to 1 over 2. You see what I'm saying? So how I'm going to get the value of x is a lot of ways you can do for such case. There's a lot of ways you can do. First and foremost, the easy and the best way or easy, I can cross multiplication. So 1x times 2, 1x times 2 is going to give us 2x equal, your equal sign is here. Now we go to this side. 5 times 1 equal to 5. So you want to get the value of x. How are you going to get the value of x? You have to divide by 2 throughout. Because if you want to get the value of x, means you don't need this 2. You just need only x. So if I don't need this, what I'm going to do? Remember, this is multiplication. So if it's multiplication, you divide to get this x because it's multiplication. So if there's multiplication, you divide. So divide by 2, and you divide by 2. This and this cancel. So x equal to 5 over 2. Or you can simplify. How many 2 in 5? There are 2, which give us 4. So we left you to 1 over 2. So the answer can be this or that. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be the answer, either 2. Okay, either can say 2.5 or 5 over 2. Okay, so either the 2. You see what I'm saying? Either this, 5 over 2 or 2.5. Either 2. Now, let's go to the last question. Okay, the last question say, solve the following equation. Come on, man. This is easy. So we have a 2 here, and then we have a 3a, and then plus 1, and then equal to 7 minus 4a. So what we're going to do, I have to open the bracket, just like we said. From the low of the board mass, you start with the bracket face, you open the bracket, and you go. Here we go. So now, 3 times 2 equal to 6. So when you multiply, you must multiply for both. Look. Because this bracket is for both, so you take this for the first group, and then you take this, you multiply for the second group. Now, 2 times 3 equals to 6, but this one has a. Now plus, now you go here. This 2 times 1 equal to 2. But which sign we have here? Plus. Now we continue. 7 minus 4a. See? So the rule says bottomless. Always start to the bracket. Now we go. So in this case here, we have to put together all like terms. See this one? 6a. And this is negative 4a. You see what I'm taking? When I take a number, I take it with a sign. What about this? You take a sign. If there's no sign, this is like a positive. So this should come over. So here we have a 6a already here. When this one come over equal sign, it's negative, right? So when it come over, it's going to become positive. But what? 4a. Equal sign, equal sign. Here we have 7, you write your 7. But we don't want you here. You must go to your fellow sister or brother. So 2, when you go over if this equal sign, if it's positive, it's going to change to negative. If it's negative, it's going to change to positive. For this case, positive, it's going to become negative 2, negative 2. So like 10, these are like 10, we can put them together. So 6a plus 4a equal to 10a. Equals 7 minus 2 equal to 5. So what do I need? I need the value of a. Yes, I just need this a. I don't need this. But which sign is in here? There's a multiplication. So what I'm going to do with this multiplication, I'm going to have to divide by this 10, which I don't need, divide by 10 I don't need. So this and this goes. So here on the left, I'm left with a equal, okay, 5 divided by 10 equal to half. Or you can plug in the calculator, you see. The answer equal to half. It just wastes your time. When you do this question, it is easy like that, man. Thanks a lot. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, I believe in learning from how to do things. If it's make sure you subscribe, and you can just go and do donation to our Patreon page. I have a Patreon, I have a GoFundMe. You know what I'm saying? I have all the means of donation because to make this project going, any type of donation, the little that you think is too small for you, it could make a lot of change. And thanks a lot for all your time, subscribe, don't forget, share this video, circulate to a lot of people, because the meaning of this project, this program, is to help as many as we can, okay? It's not only for one person or two, because you might think it's not helpful for you, but for somebody next out there, it could be very, very helpful. So thanks a lot, man. And any donation that you did to me, it means so much. I appreciate it, man. It means a lot. Go to our Patreon page, go to our GoFundMe, because we need to have a lot of things. We need to put them together, like camera, and a lot of equipment, so that we can improve on a lot of angle, a lot of aspects of these projects. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate and I love you. Peace and bye. This is one of my students of knowledge. She wanted to introduce herself. What's your name? Could you please introduce yourself?
My name is Kali.
Yeah.
I go to Southend Primary School.
Yeah, China Wabantu. China Wabantu is everywhere, right? So this is my other student. His name, what's your name? Matthew, yeah, he's grade 11, man. So his aim is to score distinction, right? So you promise, I want you to score distinction this time. And what's your name?
Joshua.
How much you promise me to score this time?
Distinction.
Distinction. Yeah, so China Wabantu is everywhere, man.
China Wabantu. Everywhere. China Wabantu everywhere.
Everywhere.
China Wabantu.
Exactly. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it. Thanks so much. If you had to give advice, which advice would you give to the people or to the students?
Trust Hamish.
Why would they trust me?
No, because it's really good. It actually has helped a lot. I redid first year for maths. It was my own fault, but also I didn't know a lot of the work. And Hamish said lots of hard questions, and it's demotivating sometimes to do the harder stuff. You just want to get done, but it's the hard stuff that makes you realize the easy stuff is easy.
Thank you so much, Mr. Hamish. Thank you, and wish you all the best with your hard work. And I just want to say we appreciate you, and I have achieved like 93%. Sanmanani. This is Uema Onokula Wam Kizismongo. I live in Devon in KwaZulu-Natal, and I was born in KwaHlabisa in KwaZulu-Natal.